guys, welcome back to the Both Sides Podcast. It's Gloria here with Chima.
Hey, y'all. I'm sorry, this has been a long ass week.
Sound like you excited to be here.
I'm tired, but I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be recording because there's so much shit to talk about. So much.
Yeah, I'm actually really tired.
Son.
Like I could fall asleep on this microphone.
I think I do want to say that this week needs to be put back in rice, or put in rice, because from the beginning of the week, actually starting from last week and coming to this week,
right, with the whole Charlottesville,
and the white peopling and Insecure and Game of Thrones and personal life and everything.
Yeah,
it's just been
a lot to talk
about. It's been a tough week though. But how was your week though?
My week was good. It was long. Did a big test today, so I'm a little, working on some things. Basically, just a very long week. A lot of drama at work, unnecessary stuff.
You'll be all right.
Like you said, white people in. That was basically what it was. And stuff. But the week was okay. How was your week?
Long, man. The week was long. I find myself every day just like having to put on this show for white people at work because I don't want to show the true nigga that I am.
Shut up. What does that mean?
You know how you just want to chill and the way you talk to your friends sometimes, or you have to put on this front like you have to definitely conjugate all your verbs and stuff. Like sometimes it gets tiring, man.
Fuck that. Ain't no front. As soon as I get comfortable, everybody the front is off.
Nah, I can't do that, though,
you get GG immediately.
I'm trying to get promoted, so I can't just start acting out.
You don't got no behavior. At least I have a little bit of behavior. Wow. So once the mask come off, at least at least I'm still marketable. You, on the other hand,
no, I've been chilling though. I think lately I've been doing a lot better though. But I think that we should definitely get. And where do we want to start from this week, honestly? Because I feel like it's been hard, man. Let me start by saying this: white people need to police their neighborhoods. Police your people.
So what are you referencing to when you say that? Just
in general, because now it's like you know how like Muslims, especially with ISIS and black people, and everybody's always saying you definitely need to report the terrorists in your neighborhood and things like that. I think at this point in time it's time for white people to start doing the same.
They're not gonna do that because I feel like some of them will obviously, but I feel like a lot of them they benefit from what the status quo is now. So to shake things up and, have things not work out in their favor, they're not going to go for that. So they're just going to keep it quiet and that's it.
I don't know. Everything this whole week has just been so fake to me because, with the whole Charleston removal of the statue now, we saw that Baltimore is starting to remove the statue so that, now they all of a sudden feel like all these Confederate leaders are now bad all of a sudden.
Yeah, I was about to say, so why did it take so long for the removal of these statues and these figures?
Oh my God, so
and why is there so many of them?
So fucking
that's
fake.
A better
How many
question.
Robert E. Lee statues are there?
I was like, why is there so many? They was like, they're taking it down in Baltimore, San Francisco, wherever. And I'm just like, why is there so many? Like, bruh.
But honestly, it's so fake to me because a part of me, the part of me that likes to complain, I think I tweeted this like yesterday or so, the part of me that likes to complain is saying like, yo, okay, now that this has started to affect white people, now that it's this white lady has finally died, rest her, how do you say it? May her soul rest in peace. Yeah, R.I.P.
What was you gonna say? Rest in power, like
that. No, now that she did die. You have somebody that is, of the lighter tone.
Who are you talking about? Who died?
This Heather.
Oh yes, Heather.
Hayer.
Something.
I'm sorry. Honestly, R.I.P. No disrespect to you. I just can't remember her last name. But it's like now that she's fine, she died. Now all of a sudden everybody is so, white supremacist that and neo-Nazi this. I'm like, nigga, like their agenda did not change overnight. Like these are the same niggas that have been doing the same shit for the past how many odd years, Now Apple is saying, now Apple Pay is not being supported on white supremacist sites, and everybody's like,
it's all marketing. Like they're just doing it just because it makes them look better. But
Like,
initially, you guys would
so,
support it anyway.
It's so fucking fake, yo. It's so fucking. Six Flags now decides to take down the Confederate flag. Like, nigga, yesterday.
Where was the
I saw it on Twitter somewhere. Like, it was they hang it. I guess on maybe. I guess they have like a sea of flags where they have different.
In all Six Flag parks, or just like a specific one? Because that sounds like somewhere in Texas or some shit. That shit is not in the Six Flag in New Jersey.
It's just so weird now. Like, and now all these websites are coming up saying that, oh, now we don't support white supremacists and things like this and that. I'm like, but bro,
y'all was supporting them before, because
like,
initially, if you know, like, if all this information is coming out now and you're now stating that you're no longer supporting it, that means you knew what it was about and you were supporting it anyway. And I feel like it's into some regard, like, what is that really saying?
I'm so tired, man. These niggas are so fake. Like, at the end of the day, and now, you know, as always, black people always gonna get the short end of the stick. It's so weird now that it's not even weird. It's more so I'm frustrated, man. I'm really frustrated because I feel like. I try to, you know, as a person who I try not to make excuses for anything, especially when it comes down to skin tone. You know, if I'm applying for a job and I don't get the job, I try not to think, oh, maybe it's because I'm black. If I walk into a store and somebody looks at me and like, I do think in my mind, I do think a lot of people exaggerate because. With social media and the news, we always get the extreme of things, right? So we get them either the best case scenario of something, or we get the worst case scenario of something. Right. They don't really account that most of the things that happen are more so of the average person, the average life, you know. So I don't know if I might get backlash for this, but you know when you know they're saying that black kids are getting targeted and stuff like that, I never in my head. I never really thought that it was more so like black kids are really getting targeted and things like of that nature.
What do you mean with
in terms of police shootings and I always thought that we always get because there's this agenda where or where the narrative that, you know, white cop kills black kid. Now everything you see on Twitter is just like it's really focused on cops killing.
Yeah, but they need to put the focus on it, and they need to put the focus on it because I feel like a lot of times because they didn't like a lot of this stuff went unreported and like thanks to like social media and stuff like that. Now like people really know because a lot of this stuff like it would have happened like where was Mike Brown, like Ferguson and stuff, like we wouldn't know because that's all the way out in the Midwest. So now that it's being exposed, now we do know. I don't think it's a matter of like they're being targeted. I think that police officers have no regard for black lives. And
I'm not even, and my point to bring, you know, police shootings and stuff up was that because I was saying that I try not to make excuses for my skin color, right? I feel like I try to think that if I'm doing something and I don't get accepted for it, or I do something where a white person looks at me different, it's because of something I've done. Not
that's true, but a
because...
lot of things still go back to skin color in this country. Like you can't negate it. Like I'm not saying that's the excuse for everything, but a lot of the stuff does have to do with your skin tone. Like a lot of people won't hire you based on your name. If they think it's too black or whatever, if they see a skin tone, they feel uncomfortable to cross the other side of the street. They think you're making up excuses. It's based on skin tone. A lot of the times.
Yeah,
so
I mean, and I get that, right? But you know, especially it's really been brought to my attention, especially this week. And it sucks. I guess I won't say it sucks, but at a point in time, everybody does have like a turning point where they do realize that, okay, yes, this is happening. I won't say that this week was my turning point, but it definitely shed a lot of light that white people really do live in this, I guess, fantasy world, like this privilege that they have. And, you know, obviously, not every white person is bad. Not every black person is bad. Yeah. But for the most part, every white person benefits from white privilege or white supremacy. So it really does come down to them to combat this because black people can't do it. Obviously, once we, you know, try to yell and try to protest things, it's, they're angry or they're making a big deal out of it. So This is where, at this point in time, this is where white people show up.
So how do you suggest that white people show up?
Because
like I said, when things become comfortable for certain things, like if you're in a certain position and things are comfortable for you, like a lot of times they're not trying to shake up the status quo, is what I'm saying. Like there are some of them on the front lines trying to do that, but they're comfortable. So why do you think they would go ahead and say, oh, I'm going to put myself out on the line when I benefit from it?
That's true. Why would they? But at the end of the day, it's like if you truly care about humanity, in which they say they do, right?
They don't. They don't. Like, they don't. Because a lot of the stuff comes down to humanity, but they want to treat people of color like shit, especially black people. So I'm not really here for it.
Let me say this, not to even cut you off, though.
But you did, but okay.
Interracial relationships, boy, they are gonna be going through it this year.
You think?
I think so, because here's the thing, right? Here you are. Here you are. You're going to be sitting down watching TV, right? And it's like, obviously everybody has opinions on things to say, right? Or on what's going on. It's like, how do you... I don't know. It's hard because I'm trying to manage, because it's like, there has to be this level of trust where both of you have to understand that what you're saying is not out of a place of malice, right? Or, you know, the person that's maybe receiving what the other person is saying has to understand that, especially, you know, say for example, white guy dating black girl. Mm-hmm. This whole Charlottesville thing comes up. White guy wants to say something, but he needs to he needs to be able to, I guess, say what he wants to say, mm-hmm. without having his girlfriend or wife feel like, she's being attacked or he's attacking her. Mm-hmm. And it's really going to be real interesting to see how dynamics play, because it's really getting to a point where I guess white people can't really hide.
They can't. It's been put to the forefront. We slapping that shit right in your face. Like, what's up? How do you feel about this? And you know what the thing about it too, in terms of interracial relationships, I feel like a lot of times they probably have a conversation beforehand. Now, I've never been in an interracial relationship, so I can't speak on that. But I know, like, my brothers, how they do is date white girls. So, I know they have conversations about that. How in depth is going, I don't know, because I don't know what they be doing over there. But I know they do have conversations. So I feel like to have certain topics or certain things arise with the Charlottesville or like the Black Lives Matter and things like that, I would hope like there was a conversation beforehand, that there's some common ground that they could have an open discussion about it. You know what I'm saying? Now, whether
bro,
how that conversation goes is a different story.
I just want to say that, God, Lord, I don't think I want to be in that position where you have to, because this really brings a different dynamic. This brings a different aspect into the relationship. And it's like, granted, both of you aren't physically being affected by what's going on. You guys are being affected by what's going on, you know?
At the end of the day, it affects you to some capacity, because it's always like, it's never you till it is you. And I never want to adopt a mentality just because it's like not happening to me directly, or it seems kind of distant in a sense that I won't be affected by it. It's kind of like, oh, okay, like, you know, another news story, another whatever, because one day it could be you, or it could be someone that you know. So I think that to sit here and be like, oh, it's not really affecting me, so I'm kind of trying to turn a blind eye to it, is ignorant. Because it could be you. It could be your family. It could be your sister, your brother. It doesn't matter.
And what's so crazy about this whole week with, you know, these KKK members, you know, coming to the forefront, actually speaking their minds, you know, white power and the White Lives Matter and white cultures matter and this and that. It's like, it's extremely frustrating, because it's hard to listen to stupid people talk. Like
honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like it's a mental illness. Like honestly, I feel like they need psychiatric help, and I'm not even joking about it, because I feel like, how could you sit here and like hate, like literally because I'm darker than you, like you hate me, or you hate me because like I worship Allah, like that don't even make sense to me. Like it does not make sense. So I feel like it's a mental just like you need help.
It's weird because even this, I saw this video with this journalist who went to interview this KKK member, and he was saying that she was the first one that I guess stepped foot on their land and never had somebody of color. Yeah, Latino journalist. And he was quoting the Bible saying, I can't remember the exact scripture on it, but it just I was so baffled at how he was able to interpret the Bible to fit his own.
And that's what they do. They take little bits and pieces. The Lord said here, they're like, bam. So the Lord told me to hate black people, to hate Jewish people, to hate all these type of people, and just go out and act like a damn fool out here, starting rallies and shit. Like that shit does not make sense.
It's hard because I don't want to say that it's education that's the problem, because you have all these people who are quote unquote educated. Like say for example Donald Trump, he hasn't really condemned the KKK or these, white supremacist groups and the neo-Nazis and stuff like that.
And why do you think that is?
Obviously, those are his people. Mm-hmm. They voted him in, and it's his, bro. God, I don't know what to tell you guys, man. This nigga he's a shit show, man. And it hasn't even been a full year. And I feel like it's been such a long presidency.
It's long. It feels like we've done 8 years already. And I feel like this has to be one of the worst weeks in his presidency thus far. And I can't even believe that you could even top like the prior shit that he's done. And I feel like, people talking about freedom of speech and stuff like that, but not freedom of speech when it incites hate.
I don't know how I feel about that.
No, this is how I feel. I don't know how you feel, but this is how I feel about it. I feel like you cannot sit here and incite hate and incite all this rhetoric on the fact of freedom of speech. I'm not telling you to limit it.
But here's the thing, right? If you stop one side and one side's ability to speak openly, you have to also stop the other side as well. That's the way I truly feel, and it sucks because here you have one side. So they should
go out and keep saying that shit on that account.
I never said that out of my mouth. I never ever said that out of my mouth.
That's why I'm asking you.
But here's the thing, right? There's the reason why the Constitution is the way it is. It's like a law, for example, right? It's like law. You might not like it, right? But at the end of the day, it's to benefit all people. I can't state here and say this person shouldn't. We should stop the right or stop his ability to speak freely, right? And have this person here speak freely just because they're talking about love. It's weird. It's hard to explain, but we can't stop one side just because we agree with the other side.
Yeah, but I'm speaking specifically to hate speech. Like you think that they should be allowed to go out and say and do whatever and kill all the blacks, the Jews, the Muslims, the Asians, whoever, just on that account.
But no, obviously no. They shouldn't be able to. Nobody should have the ability. I don't even want to say that. You shouldn't be able to spew hate. It's not right.
Basically, fuck them. And sure, because
but here's the thing. You obviously shouldn't spew hate, right? But at the end of the day, I think the biggest issue for these people, right, is that they don't know black people. They don't know Latinos. They don't have these Jews that live in their neighborhood and stuff. Because at the end of the day, right,
they don't want to know.
But here's the thing. Back to my point with education. Education isn't what is going to be the thing, I guess, to bring them out of this sunken place that they're in, right? Because you have people in the White House are obviously educated, but are still far
They're
right.
unwilling to learn. That is the problem.
But here's the thing. It's not. I don't think it's that they're unwilling to learn.
They're
right?
not. So what else would you call that?
But here, take somewhere in I don't know. Let's say Ozark, Missouri, just to show Ozark, right? You look at the population in Ozark. You look at the demographic in Ozark. Mm-hmm. Predominantly white people, right? Mm-hmm. Their views of black people, their views of Latinos and Latinas, their views of Jews or any other minority group is limited to what they have on social media. Mm-hmm. It's limited to what they have on the news, and not human interaction, right? So back to my point where you're saying social media brings you the worst of the worst, gives you especially based on who you're following, right? So if you're following 50 other people who are white supremacists, they're only going to bring you the nigger who decided to shoot his mother. Or the nigger.
Why are you talking in that voice? That is so irritating.
Or the nigger that decides to do some niggerish shit. You know? So that's going to also fuel that, niggers aren't shit, you know? but take somebody who lives in New York City, right? Not saying that there aren't racist people in New York City.
Because there sure is.
But you have these people who obviously interact with more black people, who are impacted by more black people. So their views of black and minorities are going to be completely different from people who have no interaction from white people, who get all their views of black people from social media, who gives you the worst of the worst, from the news in your local area, who is probably are funded by far right, I guess, far righters or neo-Nazis and stuff like that. So it's always going to be biased. So then you have these people who grow up.
But you know what? Even then, some people growing up in more diverse areas still have those kind of views, because let's just say they grow up in a area or they're just interacting with people who are like black, Hispanic, or whatever the case may be, and they're seeing like the worst of the worst, and they still have that mentality as well.
But here's the thing, though. You have something to combat that. You have something where you go outside. You have Mr. Johnson, who's your next door neighbor, who's helped you take out your trash before, or helped you, Why it gotta be manual work? Why can't it be like he helped you file your taxes? Okay,
why it gotta be like he raked your yard?
He helped you file your taxes, right? So you have this conflict on the inside where you have social media who's giving you this skewed reality versus somebody who's actually giving you firsthand interaction, right? So internally, obviously, I guess all black people aren't bad. I guess all Asians aren't bad. No, and sometimes
they take it specific to that person. They're like, "Oh, Mr. Johnson is cool, but I don't know about the rest of them." That's a lot of times what it is. So they like that one that's very true, right? Black person or one Hispanic person, and then the rest of them is like, no.
That's very true, but yeah, at the same time, you have to think about. Okay, that's just one scenario where Mr. Johnson's helping them. If you have, Mrs. Danita down the street who's also helping them, and they go to a predominantly, maybe not gonna say predominantly black school, but they also interact with black friends. You have all these different aspects, these different people that are helping you or impacting your life, not just social media. Whereas, Billy Bob Thornton that lives in fucking Ozark, Missouri, is only getting his stuff from Tommy Laren's Facebook page, and meanwhile, let's say she's dating a black dude, though. He probably fucking, though. But anyway, that's besides the point.
God.
Tommy Laren's Facebook page.
Let me not even get started with that, because I could spend another 15 minutes on that shit.
But I don't know. I think, like I said, to round up my point, it really does come down to human interaction, because at the end of the day, the only way you're truly going to know white people is by living around them.
And you know what? I will say that's true, because originally coming from the Bronx, where all it is black and Spanish kids, and when I moved to West Bubble, and I was immersed in a predominantly white school. I'm not gonna lie, I had one perception of white people because all I saw was them on the Disney Channel. So when I moved out to the suburbs, I was just like, oh, Mom, am I going to have to start talking like these people? Like, what are they doing and stuff like that? And there's a lot of stuff, like, they really don't know. Even though they're exposed to, like, the culture, they know certain things like that. Like, when I came in, they still was surprised by certain things. Like, oh, you talk very well from somebody who...
so I get that all the time.
Who came from the Bronx. I was like, how was I supposed to talk like?
I'll tell you, at work, I got you get my verbs.
Like and so... It's little aggression too. Like, I guess when, like I said, when I moved up there, I didn't know what to expect. I thought I was going to have to change the way I talk. I was like, do I need to fit in, whatever? My mom was like, don't do that. Yeah. Shit. And I was like, okay, now. And
son, can I say Mama Goba is bad. Oh my God. Gloria's mom.
Can you stop?
God, Lord, Jesus Christ. When you see, when Gloria's mom turns around, you know that woman is Ghanaian, yo. God, Lord.
Can you stop?
Anyway, back to...
I can't. And you know what? I hear that all the time, and I really be sitting there like, oh my God.
Uncle Samuel is living life, bro.
Can you stop?
And
you know, I get it on both sides. Everybody like, oh my God, Gloria, your mom looks so good. And then they were like, oh my God, your dad looks so good. And I'm like, can y'all stop? Like,
Gloria's
please.
Dad is living.
Yo, that ass, like, okay, next topic. Back to whatever. So you're right in certain aspects. Like I said, even for me coming from a certain demographic and then moving to whatever, there are certain things I expected, but it was never on some like, oh, they're dumb, they do all these things, they're ghetto, they're ratchet, they're loud, they're this, that, and the third. I feel like a lot of times we make excuses for their unwillingness to learn. It's like, oh, they're not exposed to whatever. But if it was me coming into whatever, it'd be like, oh, you're ignorant, lack of knowledge. Why don't you educate yourself? So why is it that we're always making excuses for their unwillingness to learn? But and then it's our responsibility to teach them. No, teach yourself.
That's true.
Son, even if you grow up in the whitest town, I'm sure there's a black town a couple of towns over that you could immerse yourself or just
the white people won't go there though, because probably
or like just immerse yourself into the culture. Like I'm not accepting that bullshit like, oh, I just didn't know no more in 2017. I'm not hearing that shit.
That's true though. I mean, anyway, moving on though. Actually moving on, but staying on white people.
Oh my God.
Can I just say, for my Game of Thrones fans, right? I love Game of Thrones, but Daenerys gotta die.
No, that's her. She doesn't have to die.
I think she needs she needs to die. I'm not ever since she's been on this bend the knee shit. Like God.
You know what?
That's white privilege, man. That's white privilege.
Elena, how you say her name?
Who
the old lady that died who took the poison.
Oh,
Lady Elena, right?
I think Elena, yeah.
Yeah, so I think she told her to be more assertive. So I think that's when she came out with the whole bend the knee and just like that in the third and trying to take her place.
Lady Elena was white too. That's that white privilege shit. That's transcending through different people.
It's transcending from Middle Earth all the way to 2017.
Is she so annoying now? And just to see how. That's why I do love Game of Thrones. Though. I do love Game of Thrones because they really do challenge the viewers. You had you had Daenerys, who pretty much came from nothing, who had to endure what had to endure with Khal Drogo, Khal
Drogo was the bomb, and he really was not as bad.
How was he the bomb though?
I think I just love the actor Jason
Momoa. You know he sexually assaulted her, right? And we still fell in love with him because he was Khal Drogo. This shit is so crazy.
Did he sexually assault her?
Yes, no, he did. Did
he?
Yeah, he did. And
okay, maybe I just eradicated that from my memory.
It's so crazy how much we're willing to accept when somebody's attractive.
Wasn't he married to her?
This shit is crazy.
Wait, no. Okay, so they got married. No, wait, I'm not saying that he couldn't be assaulted.
Go ahead.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying, wasn't it that they got married and then they consummated the marriage?
He still sexually assaulted her.
I need to watch that because I don't remember that.
Oh, see that shit is attractive privilege is fucking amazing. Attractive privilege is amazing.
No, this is like a legit question. Didn't he consummate the marriage? That's what I'm asking. That's a legit question because I thought it was like they got married and then they consummated the marriage. That's it. That's all I'm asking. Was that what happened?
What I remember is that he forcefully.
See, the memory is flaky. Flaky.
He took it right. Then I guess for some odd weird. I don't know if what's this thing called when they kidnap you and Stockholm syndrome, is that what it's called? I think so, right?
Like you're liking your abuser.
Yeah, exactly. For some weird reason, now she decides to ask this. I think it was this lady or somebody to teach her how to have sex with Khal Drogo.
Yeah,
that's when she started.
I remember that.
Fucking riding that dick like a rodeo show. Woo! She was on that dick, bruh. But he still. Anyway, my point was back to my original point. We had this progression of of Daenerys where she came from nothing or she came from something, but obviously she was trying to reclaim her throne back. Went through the got married to Khal Drogo. From there, almost got killed by the other cows. That's when she decided to kill all of them and walk out of the fire. And she became the mother of dragons and shit like that. And now she inspired use her white supremacy to save all the little black slaves. And like Harriet Tubman and shit.
No fun.
And and now everybody's looking at her this goddess who's ready to save everybody. But now it's like the power is getting to her head, where
the power is definitely getting to her head.
Everybody
and
has to bend the knee.
Stand it. Like, how you gonna tell Jon Snow to bend the knee? As if he not king of the North. As if he ain't arise from the dead. As if he not the true Targaryen. As if Drogon. Wait, how you say his name?
I think Drogon.
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 I was gonna say Drogon. As if the whatever the dragon name is, then let him pet him or whatever. I feel like, so you want to sit here and tell me that he still needs to bend the knee because you feeling like you want to be on top of the world, as if Cersei won't light that ass up once they come together.
Loki, though, apart from her being a white supremacist, listen. Daenerys,
you know what? I like Dany up until she kept doing that bending knee stuff.
That bending knee
then
shit.
I was like,
and she started to kill everybody. Tyrion's people, like it was so weird.
Who,
and it
Tyrion?
hit me.
What? Because she killed the Tarleys?
No, not I was gonna get to that, but she killed the people, Jaime's army. That was his people. That's Tyrion's people, though.
Yeah. It's war. What the fuck? Tyrion expected that shit.
But he wanted her to take another route. He didn't want her to use the dragons because then.
That shit wasn't working. Next, it was not working. They tried his ship, and remember, Jaime. That's when Jaime was he took a page out of Robb Stark's book. That's why he was 3 steps ahead. And at the end of the day, it's war. You can't save everybody. People gonna get killed.
But here's the thing, right?
Nope.
We understand that. No, but you don't understand what I'm saying.
Okay,
we understand that, right? We understand people are gonna get killed, right? But the reason why people didn't want her to use the dragons was that when she eventually does take over, people are gonna then look at her like, okay, now that if I don't listen to you, are you gonna then use the dragon to burn me?
Yes. Who cares?
Wow.
And let me tell you why.
That's how I know you can't be a leader.
No, it's not even that. Again, it goes back to right now. She is fighting for the Iron Throne, right? So we could take the diplomatic approach as they were trying to do. It didn't work. Son, so what do? You're trying to win a war, right? Unleash the dragons. I'm not sitting here trying to be cute, diplomatic, keep it kosher for the culture. I'm not doing that shit. If I'm trying to win a war, we're going to unleash the dragons. That's the power that I have. They don't call me Mother of Dragons for no reason. So you wanted her to do what then?
I thought it was unnecessary.
I don't think it was unnecessary at all.
I think she should have listened to counsel. But
and say what? The only thing is that I don't think obviously she should abuse the use of the dragons, but I think in that moment when she did use the dragons,
once you've used it once against people who obviously can't fight dragons, I think you've already stepped over that line. Now, if she was using it against the White Walkers, that's one thing. I don't know. I think.
So how do you, as she was losing, right? Because she was losing. What do you think she should have done then? And what should she have done?
I guess she should have used. I guess so. But
that's it. That's what I'm saying.
But there's always another way.
Well, what was the other way?
I don't know. I'm not the fucking hand. That's Tyrion's job. But
that's my point. You keep saying there's another way. So what is the other way? The other way is the dragons. That's it. I don't think that makes her an evil leader. I think she's using her resources.
Now, fuck Daenerys, though. White supremacist ass. But apart from that, right, the other fucked up shit that she did, my nigga Samuel's fucking family, she burnt them niggas up.
Okay, she gave them a choice. They ain't take it. What's next?
Wow, that's fucked up, yo. I can't.
No, like, help me understand. Like, we trying to keep it cute, and it's war. Like, tell me what they said. She said, "I'm giving you a choice." They didn't take the choice. So what? So now she will look weak in front of the people because it's okay. Either you bend a knee, or you're gonna get your ass lit up. And what did they say? I'm not bending the knee. So what happens? Your ass gets lit up. If you then go back and say, you know what? Actually, I'll just imprison you. You look weak. You're going back on your word.
You know what I hope? You know what I wish happens? Samuel Tarly kills her.
That's not going to happen.
I hope that's
not going to happen.
I hope he kills her.
Why do you want Dany dead?
Because one, she's a white supremacist. Okay, we don't need any more white supremacists in the world anymore.
I'm not really feeling her right now.
All this bend your knee shit. Like, bend your knee. What the fuck?
I think she's going to bend it for John real soon.
That's nasty. And that's another thing. That's another thing I think we need to address here. Game of Thrones watchers. Every single Game of Thrones.
Yo, it's some incest shit.
Every Game of Thrones fan has mental health issues. And I'll tell you why. I've never said I was a fan. I just watch the show every weekend. But listen,
that makes you
every Game of Thrones fan has mental health issues.
And speak for yourself.
Here we are, knowing for a fact that Jon Snow is a fucking Targaryen, and we want him to fuck
I don't
Daenerys.
want him to fuck Dany because
everybody's talking about Daenerys needs to ride Jon's dragon.
Ooh.
Like, bitch, what?
That shit sounds spicy. Wow. No, I don't think that's gonna happen. And let me tell you why. Because I think Jon is too focused on the fucking Night Walkers about to eat everybody ass or whatever the fuck they're doing.
What?
Oh, they don't eat, right? They kill. So I'm about to kill everybody. Oh no. No, yo, I swear to God, I wasn't even thinking that.
What?
I was not thinking that. So they about to kill everybody. That's who he focused on. He could care less about Dany and her little firebox or whatever the fuck it is. Like, he's trying to get the little Avenger team out there to kill the Night Walkers, which, speaking of the little Avenger team trying to kill the Night Walkers, there's only like 10 of them.
Who, the Night Walkers? White Walkers?
No,
Night Walkers.
10 of the little Avenger team that he created.
But they're going for a recon mission. They're not going... They're going to capture one of the White Walkers, not necessarily to go fight the army.
I know, but even then, I feel like it's dumb because it's like I just want to know which one of them will die. Which I'm thinking is going to be the one with the patch on his eye, the light guy.
I hope it's not Tormund because I fuck with him because
Tormund is
I want him to live because I want him to fuck what's her name, Brienne. I'm sure like he is gonna beat them cheeks. Oh my God, he's gonna bust that ass.
Wow.
Woo!
You would have thought you was the one fucking her.
Son, listen, I don't know. I think only the guys will relate to me. You know how like there's this one bad girl that you want your man to smash so bad, so when he finally fucks, it's like, yo, I hit that too. Even though you really didn't hit, it's like a W for the team. That's pretty. So... That's the same thing with Tormund and Lady Brienne. Like, son, I'm sure she sucks a mean dick, dog. Like, that shit gotta be crazy.
Chima, it sounds like you've been around that block before. Tell us more.
Wow.
You over there giving neck action and everything. I really wish y'all could see him right now. He over there bobbing his head like he fucking bobbing for apples, talking about, she could probably give a mean.
Son, but I just hope it's not Tormund. I hope, obviously it can't be John.
It's not going to be Tormund and it's not going to be Jon. It's probably going to be that leader of the light. The one
what's that? Is it not the mountain? What's his name?
The Hound.
The Hound. He could die. I don't really care.
His face is so nasty looking.
So that nigga's ugly, bro. Nigga ugly.
That prosthetic thing they do with the hair coming out all crazy.
It gotta suck to be him because I know that nigga beats his meat all the fucking time. Like, no,
why are you so invested in the sex life of these characters?
Because that's how if you really care about the characters, you care about the show, you do invest into what they do outside of the show, you know.
I don't know. Well, you talking about out of the show that he probably beat me like in the show?
I'm talking about in the show, like when he's just.
You telling me one of them little country bumpkin girls in the Valley Side, and I'm probably gonna give him no play?
I like to see. Unlike you, I do believe that women have values, and they wouldn't.
Unlike me, what did I say? That was not valuable.
They wouldn't lower their standards for the likes of the Hound.
The Hound?
I think he's ugly, bro.
He ugly, but he still got a dick. And if that's something they're trying to ride on, then it is what it is.
That's crazy, Gloria.
I'm just saying, if, like I said, there's probably a country bumpkin in the Valley Side out there that would give the Hound some play. That's all I'm saying.
But apart from him, who else was a part of that team?
It was
Jon, Tormund,
and then
that kid, the Baratheon's son, bastard son, or whatever.
Yeah, what was his name?
I don't even know what his role is in the show, but you know,
Gently or something. Gentry.
Then who else went? I can't remember all the names, but I hope it's the people that died, the dude with the patch. I don't care about the Hound, and the other guy that was locked in the prison with the Hound and the patchy guy.
He was part of the light type thing.
Yeah, he could die too.
Mm-hmm.
But I say all this to say that Daenerys needs to die, and I hope it's at the hands of Samuel Tarly. And I hope he comes back next season with abs and everything, so he can bag more bitches on the show.
He has his shorty that I've been riding with him. And he should be lucky.
Honestly, the only reason why she's really with him though is because he probably pays child support. Like for real, that's not his.
But like exactly.
That's not his son.
He's been holding her down, and I feel like for him, what he's gonna do is the White Walkers is his mission. Is that what did they call it? It's the White Walkers, right? There. So the Night King is the leader of the White Walkers.
To interject though, every time I think about the Night King, I always think about that passion video.
That shit was kind of scary. It kind of creeped me out.
So funny.
I was like, whoa. You know what would be really cool to work on them sets doing like the makeup, prosthetic things? That would like actually be really cool. But
I mean, hours it probably takes to do that.
Hours. I think some of them sit in a makeup chair for like 6 hours doing that shit. Like, I was like, yo, shoot everything in one take because I swear to God, I'm not putting this shit back on. I'm not sitting in that chair. You're not doing that to me. Put it all on. We're going to shoot everything we need to shoot and be done with it. Because imagine sitting in a makeup chair for 6 hours.
I can't relate. It takes me 15 minutes to get ready. Anything more than that,
I can't relate.
But yeah, I mean, I like I said, I do want Daenerys to die at the hands of Samwell Tarly.
She's not.
She won't.
She's not.
But I hope something happens to her where she does come to a sense of like, damn, I fucked up because the power's getting to my head. But speaking about power, though, that's a hot segue, though.
Hot take.
But power has been. First of all, let me just say this.
I'm so mad Tasha fucking not lawyer. Let me tell you
now. I don't want to start with that, though.
No, I'm starting with it.
Tariq needs to get sent back to Africa.
He just gotta die because he just gotta die. It's not even a send back. It's not he gotta be in boarding school. Kill that little piece of shit. First of all, he really thought
he was somebody's son. Like, that's fucked up.
He should have thought about that before he made all these dumbass decisions.
So he got the lady shot in the head, yo.
In the head. Yo, and I felt bad, like, I was telling him to stop. Nigga, you knew you was not about that life. You should have set your ass in that little penthouse and kept it cute. But no, you wanted to be big and bad and show up your parents. I thought you was about that life.
But I don't know what's even more scary. The fact that, he got her shot, or the fact that he came home like nothing happened. Like, do you know how much the kind of
that's some
mental
PTSD,
state,
right there, some therapy.
Lydia will probably be like, Lydia's always talking about PTSD on her show. But anyway, fuck, I lost my train of thought. Fucking Lydia, damn.
Tariq is a piece of shit, basically.
Tariq, but the fact that he came home after seeing somebody shot in the head. And was like, oh, Dad, can we go to a school in Connecticut?
Yeah, his ass was shook. His ass was like, yo, I'm not about this life. I'm ready to go. Send me to Connecticut. Send me to Nebraska. I don't give a fuck. Get me the fuck out of here.
But somebody who's just
he's affected. That's why he wants to go.
He's more so scared that they will come and kill him. I don't think he's necessarily affected.
That's not affected?
No, I don't think so, because if he was affected, right, where it was
really somebody trying to kill you, you're not affected?
No, but you don't understand what I'm saying.
So explain it better. Thank you.
Let your ass be on the show. But the fact that he came home all normal. Somebody who's truly affected, right? You come home kind of shaking, like, yo, Dad, I need to talk to you, blah, 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 this and that. This is what's going on. But this little nigga came home like, yo, Dad, this is boarding school in Connecticut. Yo, can I talk to you? Thank you. Nice meeting you, sir. Talking to Lawrence Tate or whatever. Stop texting, yo. Stop being rude. No damn podcast etiquette. Who you texting?
No one can see me texting.
Who you texting?
Like, mind your business.
Wow,
let me put my phone down
right.
because you making it so hot.
But the fact that he could just come in and just act like nothing happened, that shit had me shook. I'm like, yo, he's really going through some stuff, and I think we need to start focusing on therapy in this black community.
I say all that to say therapy in the black community. But obviously he's going through a lot. We knew he was going through a lot when he decided to hang out with a 30-something-year-old man named Slim and ain't ask no fucking questions.
And drink lean.
That's how we know.
And sleep on somebody else's couch.
Yeah.
Like, do you have no home trainer?
And the thing is, you live in a penthouse, bruh. It's not like you live in some type of like disenfranchised life, whatever.
I blame Tasha and Ghost.
Ultimately, that's when he came back and said it was a joke about the whole kidnapping shit. My mother would have had my ass locked up from then to the time I turned 25.
Son.
There would be no way
Son.
I would sit here talking about somebody tried to kidnap me and I just came back.
My father is a retired admiral in the Nigerian Navy, right? When I went back home to Nigeria, This man locked his driver up because the guy forgot his printer. He forgot his printer that he needed for a meeting. He locked him up in a jail cell because imagine what would have happened to me if I walked into the house and I said, "Oh, Daddy, they were just playing with me. It's a kidnapping. They were just joking." Fam. Bruh. Why you being rude, yo? Put down your phone, Gloria. Son, I will put your shit on blast every single time you pick up this phone.
As if you wasn't on your phone.
I wasn't on my phone though. Exactly.
Damn.
Lie again.
Yes, you
but
were.
Like it's just so crazy how Ghost and Tasha. But then again, I can't even blame Tasha out here fucking this ugly.
Yo, he's so like
he's
not
ugly.
For nothing. He's not attractive, and I'm not saying. I mean, technically, she's married. She should keep a kosher, but fuck that, right? Even if she wants to spread her legs, whatever. You telling me he is the one you doing it with? Him.
But everybody keeps saying she fucked 3 dudes though. Who's the third person? It was the lawyer. It was
Sean,
and who else?
Ghost. Who's the third?
There was somebody else, and everybody said there was 3 dudes that she fucked.
No.
Now somebody got fact check me. Somebody use the hashtag ask both sides, and
you see how you
let
forgot?
me know.
Basura.
Go away. But I think there was a third person. I can't remember what.
Who was the third person?
They said this is the 3rd time she's doing it. Like, everybody keeps saying it, but I'm trying to remember who it was.
I think they made that shit up. Because wait, it was Ghost. It was Sean.
It was Sean.
She fucked Sean because Ghost was out there doing whatever. Then maybe when Ghost.
And don't get me wrong, Ghost ain't shit because I don't know how you could walk out on a beautiful black queen for that. No ass having, no lip having, apartment so dry ass having.
Don't get me started on Angela. Right? And the fact that Tariq has moved up before Angela is really saying something. Because you know what? Not for nothing, she did kind of help him get out.
What did she do?
That whole reviewing the tape and saying that no, it's not him, and reviewing the evidence and then doing all that shit.
Listen, she was doing her job. By law, she had to.
By law, she really didn't have to because she clearly was not abiding by the fucking law this whole time. So
that's wild, though. But even to see
anyway, no, let's go back to Tasha and the lawyer because I really because that shit really when I saw that scene, like I'm not even lying, I cringed. I was like, first of all, I feel like the sex scenes in Power are kind of like when Julio was messing with that Asian chick. Remember Julio, the one that died?
But she was bad.
Like he was eating her box, but why was his face near her belly? Like it was by her titties, basically.
Her box probably stank, though. That shit was probably. So have you ever been in a position where obviously you haven't, but oh my god, dog, put your face next to stinky box.
Yeah, I'm mad. I'm laughing. So I'm not entertaining your shenanigans.
That's so funny because you gotta eat the box like it's hot soup. Like, you your tongue and dip it. And you can't be rude. You can't just walk out like, damn, girl, that was nice, girl.
I gotta eat like hot soup, and I'm trying to get the visual, like
your tongue.
Where you're like.
Anyway, but
so that means he had to be by her belly button. So either way,
he had to. It's like, damn, I probably just don't know how to eat boxes. I'm sorry.
And then Tommy and Lala, it's just awkward to me.
That's weird. I don't know how Mello does it. I'm sure I can't. My wife
I really had like a whole conversation about that, like one time about whatever. He was somebody was like, oh, like Mello clearly has the money, like Lala doesn't have to do that, and I was like, it's not about the money though.
It's not. I mean, it's about her. She wants that's her career choice. Yeah. I just wouldn't watch Power. Honestly, I'm
sure he probably doesn't.
Yeah, I really can't. I'm not that. Nah, bro. Me and Tommy we have problems and things like I know he's an actor, but I would probably just want to fight him just because he was sucking on my wife's titties. Like, nigga,
did he suck on the titties?
Did he suck on the titties? He was grabbing it. He saw it. Listen, he saw the titties. Even if he didn't even grab it or touch it, he saw the titties. That counts as him putting in his mouth. All right. Okay. All right, Gloria. But
it is. I mean, essentially, like, okay, obviously that's his wife, so obviously it's my wife's titties. But at the end of the day, titties are titties. Like, grab
titties are not titties. Nah.
Yeah, it is.
I wish. Listen, Don't let Gloria get y'all fucked up in this life. I told y'all don't fight anymore, but titties are not just titties. Go and think it's okay to go and walk up to my wife and go and grab her breast. You will die that day.
But they're acting. No. And there's like 10 other, like 12 other people in the room. Like the shit is not even sexy.
But don't they have stunt doubles? Mm-hmm. That's a stunt. So use that double and have sex.
No, Lala said she's trying to get it on and popping. She's really trying to make herself a commendable actress.
Nah, you can do it with your clothes on. Respect yourself, but black queen.
Damn, so just because it's so if a white person does it, would it be the same sentiment
white
you would
supremacy.
have?
White supremacy.
So it was anybody else, but just because it's Lala.
Yep, black queens. We don't do that. But I do want to comment on Tasha's bra and panties, though.
I want to comment on Tasha's wig. But Tasha's wig is basura. Let me tell you, they don't blend that shit.
I wouldn't even know this.
How do you not know this?
How am I supposed to know?
No. Look at the episode.
Listen, which man is really why she's about to get fucked?
That's not what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about why she's about to get fucked or whatever. We know nothing matters when it's that time. Okay? But what I'm saying is, if you saw her wig, yo, I don't even have words because every time I see it, I'm like, yo, I want to tweeze the part just a little bit more. Why can't they make her hair a little darker? It's blended in with her face. It's like they really disrespect, as you want to say, my black queen. Like, why her hair look the craziest on the show? I feel a way about that. So next season, Power, let's get it together.
She probably has a white hairstylist.
No, she does not. No, she does not.
But honestly, I didn't want no. My thing though, what I was trying to say, her panties and bra match. That shit was so hot. That's sexy though, but I heard that's expensive. So women
is expensive.
Like women can't match all the time though. But my wife though, this is me telling you in the future, you will have the nicest Victoria's Secrets in your closet, all matching. We off Victoria's Secret. What is it now? Lane Bryant. I got you, Lane Bryant.
No, we're doing La Perla if you really want to be fancy. And the thing,
Agent Provocateur. That's what I got. I be knowing, bruh. Isn't that what it's called? Agent Provocateur?
You ain't no shit. Okay.
Wow. But, I don't want to... Honestly, Nikki... No. Staying on sex, though. Mm-hmm. This whole insecure thing and using condoms. And how Issa Rae tweeted... She tweeted that she that she places condoms for us to see. So
I mean, granted, I did not see them condoms on the show. I'm not going front. I didn't even hear a rapper. I didn't see a fake, I'm going to put it on type thing. But you know what? At the end of the day, it doesn't matter. Like, I feel like a lot of stuff is like, I don't think I was paying attention to the fact that they were not really using condoms until somebody brought it up.
My nigga Lawrence was fucking blowing that back out. Do you think I was looking for the Magnom condoms he had on? When he was giving her back and side shots, do you think I was looking for the condom?
You talking about who? With the white girl?
With Tasha.
Or... Oh, Tasha.
Jesus Christ. This white supremacy, man.
Yo, can you relax?
You can't escape it, man, because here are these two white girls fetishing this black guy, talking about something. What did she call the other dude? Lamar?
Yeah, Laquan sounds crazy.
So why did you come? Oh, Lamar could go twice, or Laquan, whatever his name is. It's like, I don't know if Issa was trying to point out that maybe white women kind of fetish black guys.
Yeah, that's, I think, exactly what she was trying to point out.
But do they really?
Yes.
What's your proof? Why can't white women just love black guys?
Of course, they do too.
So why do they have to be a fetish? Why do we have to be a fetish?
A lot of people do fetishize black men. You gonna sit here and act like they don't?
Do black women do as well?
No.
Why?
Because they don't.
That's not a good enough answer.
I'll give you a good enough answer in 2 seconds.
Wait, why don't black women fetishize? Fetish.
Yo, why are you picking me?
Why aren't black women? Why aren't black men?
Fetishize. Wait, fetish. Yeah, why? Basically, why do
Why don't black women fetish black men? If that's what you're saying. Exactly.
No,
at the end of the day, I do think it was actually more so an awkward scene. The way they were even talking, oh, I'm about to come. I'm about to come. Okay, now my turn.
That's how they be fucking though.
Like they even
Yo, I had a roommate. My roommate freshman year. I think you remember when this happened. I came back from a party. All right.
Who you my freshman year? Oh wait, I know. Wait, at E&J?
No, at J&H.
J&H, E&J. I'm thinking about liquor.
my freshman year, I guess when I was coming back from the party, it used to be like 3, 4 in the morning, whatever. So I guess she had kind of got my time down to a T as to when I would be coming back to the room. So anyway, I'm like, little lamb, going back to the room. I'm like, wow, enjoy my night out, whatever. So I hear something, but you know, I was kind of less. So I was like, whatever. I walk in and I see her naked on the bed with this guy, and I was just like, what? It was like on some movie shit. I was like, ah! She's like, ah! I'm like yelling, she yelling. I was like, oh, yo, I closed my eyes. I was like, girl, I'm sorry. I'm gonna just grab my clothes and I'm gonna run right out. And that's exactly what I did. I closed my eyes. I'm just feeling for shit. And I ran out and I called you actually, because you was with Taiwo. You was dropping her off back at Towers. And I was like, yo, come get me. I just saw whatever. And you was like,
oh, I remember.
You remember?
I remember.
I was like, come get me. Like, and then
I remember.
She texted me back like, oh my God, Gloria, I'm so sorry. Like, I thought I had another hour because I knew you come back.
Nice.
Oh yeah, I really liked her. She was
white supremacist ass though. She's probably part of them now.
No, she's
part
not.
Of the movement.
No, was
name dropping like shit. Oh God,
we don't have to redact that name.
No, but no, but back to Insecure though. And the whole condom placement thing. Like, I wasn't even.
Who cares?
Who cares? Like, niggas fuck raw every day. Like, y'all been fucking raw all day. Now y'all want to say, "Oh, where's the condom placement?" Granted, I do understand where they are coming, where people are coming from with
like
because
safe sex.
because it's part of public health. I always tweeted that. Like when what's her name? Not Carrie Strike. Olivia Pope. What's her last name?
Kerry Washington?
Yeah, Kerry Washington. Where the fuck did I get Kerry Strike from? But when Kerry Washington was fucking Fitz, who I would have to say is the worst president of all time, because I still don't know what that nigga's policy is. Fucking Fitz. No healthcare policy, no foreign policy. That nigga, all that nigga does is wake up and have
infrastructure,
sex. Infrastructure,
nothing.
All he does is wake up and have sex and go back to sleep and cry about Olivia.
Oh, no, and go back to Vermont.
But I've never seen that man use a condom in my life.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, most shows, you don't see that. So, like, all of a sudden, now we so concerned. You don't see it.
Niggas really be fucking raw here, man. That's crazy.
I'm sure you...
You sure what? Go ahead. That what? You sure what?
I'm sure you got some stories.
Please, I'm a child of God.
So what that mean?
I'm still waiting to be deflowered.
Yeah,
but it's so weird that people are really complaining. But like I said, I do get it from a public health standpoint. I do think that it was important to do so.
Yeah, to promote safe sex, I understand that, but I just feel like all of a sudden, I just want to know where the outrage was coming from, because all of a sudden it hasn't been shown in other things. I don't see them using fucking condoms on Game of Thrones. They use some sheepskin type shit. I don't see them use that shit. They be straight fucking and bucking like it's nobody's business. But all of a sudden we concerned about a fucking.
But that's why they also had all those outbreaks back then, though, because they weren't fucking anything.
That's true.
So niggas were really raw, though. Like, they were having some real sex back then, though.
So you have fake sex now?
That shit is not real. You're using condoms. We really didn't have sex, though. If you
used a condom, you didn't have sex.
No.
That's what you're telling me.
That body doesn't count. So, ladies, if you use condoms for all your 50 bodies, they did not. You are at zero.
You're at zero?
You're at zero.
So is that the same mentality guys use to be like, oh, well, we ain't really fuck because we used a condom?
No, but with guys, though, it's more so like, if I got 3 pumps, I hit.
Oh, fuck. Just 3?
What you mean, oh, fuck, Gloria?
Don't be trying to hype that shit, what I just said. Don't be trying to make something out of nothing, please.
But I mean, I don't know why they're making it such a big deal, because I think the one thing we do love about Insecure is that they make it so relatable. Where the average person, looks at a character on the show, or at least a situation in the show, like, yo, I see myself doing this. So
what situation do you relate to?
I mean, there are a lot though. I mean, like going back to your ex, that whole in between phase where you guys just break up, and it's like. You want to be out, but at the same time you want to be in. So here and there you're fucking, but at the same time it's like
he's not fucking here and there. He fucking. Like threesomes and shit.
But I'm not saying fucking your ex, and then you also doing what you're doing. I mean, it's so relatable. But I think the most I do relate with Lawrence, and I think somebody posted this on Twitter, which made so much sense. How they were saying that Issa's point in I guess depicting Lawrence was that here you have this guy who recently broke up with his girlfriend, right? Mm-hmm. Because of her infidelity. And instead of him to find a way to truly heal,
y'all niggas don't give a fuck about healing.
No, but and that's the problem, and that's what I'm trying to get at, right? So we don't care about necessarily. I guess from our boys' standpoint, it's like healing is going out to fuck other girls, drinking, just having mass sex because and trying to show that you're the one that has won the breakup, right? Mm-hmm. So you snap it, you put on Instagram how much you're having so much fun, because you want to be the one that has quote unquote won the breakup. Mm-hmm. And it's so funny because even my last relationship in a group chat is like it's so funny.
In the group chat, you talk about your relationship in the group chat?
Yeah. I mean, my niggas. I mean, we talk about stuff in general.
I was just asking a question.
I mean, just in general, like when we broke up, niggas were like, "Yo, she's winning the breakup and whatnot." And me, I was like, I don't really have anything to prove.
What constitutes winning a breakup?
I mean, so making it seem like you're having fun, it's not hitting you, it's not affecting you whatsoever, not being fazed by it, quote unquote, you've moved on. You know, so by you posting and having fun, that's you, winning the break. And me, I'm not the one. I barely post on Snap. Like I watch more nigga shit than I actually post. I just recently started posting back on Instagram, so I was never the one to post. I would always tweet. Mm-hmm. So I was never really worried about what, she was doing or of me not posting my fun. Mm-hmm. So I guess by those standards, I didn't win the breakup. Mm-hmm. Which I'm like, at the end of the day, like I don't care because I met somebody that was great afterwards, right? Mm-hmm.
Fantastic.
Okay. Hop off her dick. But
wow. Or her clit.
Or that.
Just kidding.
Oh, that's true. But I say all this to say that Lawrence isn't healing properly, and I think that's what a lot of guys we suffer from. Mm-hmm. We take a lot of baggage from our last relationship.
And you bring that shit right into the next one.
And it's like, okay, now we haven't fully healed. You might be, looking back at what the last girl, what your ex was doing, and or you might resent certain things that she was doing and bringing your relationships. We have this idea that just having sex with mad girls is the way to, I guess, move on. Mm-hmm. And granted, it's so easy to do, especially nowadays. Like, bruh, like it's so easy to just fuck, and we think that, I guess, that's the appropriate response to pain. Mm-hmm. Not knowing
like
that
advice.
Exactly. Not knowing that you really do need to actually be
process,
be real with your feelings, be real with yourself. Talk to somebody. If you're not talking to the person you just broke up with, tell them how you really feel. Or, finding somebody to really express yourself. I think that's what Lawrence needs to do. And I do believe...
I think he's being somebody that he's not at the end of the day. Because, I feel like he does... And like I said, it's just going to... How many episodes till they get back together? Because
that's going to happen. I don't want them to get back together.
I'm not saying that I do or don't. I just know that's what's going to happen.
I really don't want them to get back together. But
back to what you're saying in terms of their healing process, and you know what, like women do it too, but in a different sense sometimes.
How? But I think women heal way better than
they do, but sometimes they don't properly heal as well, and they take their baggage to the next relationship. They're not. Well, some of them are out here fucking, but some people, like, they don't properly heal as well, and a lot of people are taking baggage from previous relationships or previous interactions and putting it into the next relationship because they didn't take the time to really assess what was going on in the relationship, how they reacted, what they contributed to certain things. So I feel like that's what Lawrence needs to do, because clearly he got the game all fucked up.
I think that's where it's headed,
he's
though.
Doing okay.
I think that's where it's headed, because here you have him, right? You had him literally right after he left Issa, right? Fucking, yo, that shit was... I think that scene alone should win, like, I don't know, it was an Emmy or an Oscar or whatever. Emmy. Bro, he was fucking them cheeks up.
Who?
Lawrence,
Tasha?
It was fucking Tasha. She,
like, Oh, at the end
Like,
of season 1?
End of season 1. Like, niggas could relate. Like, you know when you're just so... Like, I don't know whether that was Henny Dick or what. Like, he was in those guts. Like, in the intestines.
That was some good acting. I ain't gonna front.
I think he fucked on that show.
Yo, no, honestly, I really be wondering, like, that really looks...
Because her facial expression, the grabbing of the sheets, the turning around, the way he put her head down, so her back, and that arch was A1 too, by the way.
Not
the way
right
he
now.
put,
Birkin bag.
The way he did all that, that had to be real. But anyway, I was saying the progression of how it was, right? So he got out, he was fucking having sex with Tasha, some crazy sex. Then from there, he's progressed to this threesome where it's like, yo, I'm just having sex with random people. Like, I'm not getting, I'm still in pain. I still don't know where I want to be. It might not be with Issa, but I'm so lost. And you can see that in his facial expression. And I think eventually he's going to get to a point where he's going to sit down with himself and talk with himself or talk with somebody as to what he's really going through.
Yeah, and it's to really be honest with himself with what he's going through and what he really wants. Because I think a lot of times too, what happens is that men, especially, they're not like really upfront with their feelings.
We like to hide our feelings. And I literally was telling that somebody not too long ago, like, it's very hard for, even me included, to talk about my feelings or to talk about myself because I was never born that way. I was never raised that way. My father was never that. My mother is not even that. My mother is very, very nonchalant.
Yeah,
she like nothing phases my mother.
I love Auntie, but she be straight.
Bro, she is so straight, and you know it sucks because that means you're holding a lot in, and sometimes people that are close to you suffer the most because you don't know how to process that. You're so closed off and very laid back about things. It's really not a good way to live, and that's why for the past maybe like 3 weeks or so, like Mama said, I'm starting to be very introspective. For the past 3 weeks, I try to start to talk things out, even if I'm not talking with people. I at least try to talk to myself to see exactly why I'm feeling a certain way. Try to express myself to the people that are, I guess, that are affected by the way I'm thinking or are affecting me in a sense. Because what Lawrence is going through, his friend isn't even helping. His friend, wants him to go out and fuck mad bitches. And that's how a lot of our friends are.
That light-skinned boy?
That light-skinned dude. He's funny as shit, though. That's how a lot of our friends are because, especially like if you think about the group of maybe guys that's listening to this, your group of friends aren't going to tell you, you need to heal,
process,
to sit
chill
down,
out.
talk.
They be like, we going out.
Exactly. You're about to go drink.
Yo, go ahead, her line.
About to get your dick sucked. You about to, you about to have three girls gargling your dick and all that. Like we never really have that time, especially as black men, and it's almost like it's not accepted. Like you see, a lot of white people are. I won't say they're better off because I think it's crazy too. But they're a little better off because they're very open with therapy. They're very open with talking things out and expressing their emotions. And within the black community, it's like, yo, that shit looks weak.
It does look weak.
And it's so funny because in America, it's a lot better than it is in Africa. Africa, they have the stigma where it's like, nobody wants to have mental health issues because it looks like juju. Or native doctors have done something to you,
That's exactly what a lot of people say.
Yep, and it's such a fucked up way to live, and I hope Lawrence does process it. And it's also nice to see the dynamics change between Issa and Lawrence, right? So Issa was in the beginning, which is how most relationships are, right? So in the beginning, you're sad. This person has left you, somebody who you really love, you care about, whether or not it was your fault that they left or it was their fault, You have this person who you care about who's really no longer in your life. So as for the most women, what we see is that, they're the sad ones eating ice cream, trying to get this guy back. The guy's living his life. But now we see Issa, pulling that whole Charger move with that ugly ass nigga.
Who oh my god! He looked like a rock. Like I can't even say. Like I was gonna say turtle initially, but the head is shaped like a.
But he had dreads before. He looked better with the dreads.
Oh my god! He looked like I don't got words. Like,
but it's so crazy how you see this shift and how now Issa is now. Oh my god! Now I think about it, that sex scene was so. It was awkward.
So. I was like, it doesn't really be that awkward.
I really don't wish that on anyone at all. Like I really don't wish that on anyone. But you do see this change where Issa is getting a lot better now. You know, she's finally back, you know, trying to get the groove of things. She's, you know,
go through her whole thing.
Exactly, you know, like she's now Stella. How Stella got her groove back.
But not with that charging nigga though. Like Luke James, like then she was hella awkward with that too. And
it was weird. It was weird.
How awkward is awkward?
But I don't know if Issa's trying to relate that. I don't know if people are really that awkward. I really hope not. Like I don't wish you being that awkward. I don't wish being that awkward on anyone. That sex scene was. I would have left.
It was painful.
It was painful to watch. Like oh no. I'm like, but after she did get on the dick though, she looked like she was enjoying the shit out of that dick. No, okay. and like a real nigga, she took her charger back.
Yo, as she should. I'm like, yo, give me my fucking charger back. Making up any excuse to get the dick.
But I do, and I really love this show, and I really love that Issa has put this into perspective because.
And you know, speaking on therapy, especially like Molly also seeing the therapist as well, because like you said, in the Black community and even relating it to Africans and stuff. And I feel like a lot of times in the African community, therapy, you don't know. What is therapy?
What is therapy?
Like, they don't talk about it.
It's weird.
Showing any type of emotion is weak in a sense. And I feel like it's so like, I see that with even my own family, like even my dad, even my mom, like we're not affectionate people. Like
it's weird. My dad, I don't know. My dad he's very, very emotional, but it's like it's weird emotional. He's like angry emotion, and it's like
that's unresolved, like issues.
Like when he talks to me on the phone, he randomly like, when I love you. It's like it's so weird because I'm like,
no, you're like, oh, what's
that? I love you back.
Right.
I love you too. But it's so weird to hear that. And my family is not the I love you kind. Like we are far from like
at all.
If my mom was to say that shit to me right now, I would look like, bro, like is she a clone? Like it's so bad to say that, but we have a way that we know that we love each other, right? So by providing for each other, by the shit that we do, we see we're here, you know.
Do you feel like with the newer generation now that therapy is being more openly discussed, back home, like in Africa, if you feel like they're more accepting to it?
Not right now, because there's still that whole stigma by it, you know, that, you know, once you diagnose some mental illness, that, you know, it's either juju or something of that nature. But now we do have, you know the whole brain drain thing, where you know, so now we have professions going back, right, who have come from a society where, you know, mental health is looked into somewhat of a good light, you know, taking that back and showing that, you know, you need to actually take care of your mental state. You know, it's not that somebody went to go and swear for your life and now you're walking around like a mad person. It's actually that you have some kind of mental illness and you do need help. So over time, right now it's not there. Yeah, because my mom used to say that all the time. She'd be like, no, it's juju, that's it. I said give it like 15 years, maybe 5 to 15, and you will see good significant progress, especially with the younger generation with social media and stuff like that. But the older cats, nah. But to talk about Molly though, I love what they're doing with Molly, right? Because here you have this girl who has checked off every single thing, she has this checklist where this guy has to meet this guy has to meet that, this has to meet that, and based on what, you know, that criteria, then I'm gonna date him. She's like A plus B plus B equals whatever it is, right? That's her. So she has this guy who finally meets everything that she wants, and she doesn't want it.
Who was that?
The marketing guy, the dude she had lunch with.
Oh, like that black guy.
That black guy. Yeah. So he was successful. He was ready to settle down.
He was dry.
He was super dry. He was also fulfilling a checklist just like Molly.
Right.
So now that she met that, she's like, yo. And it's so crazy now. It's like the grass isn't really green on the other side, right? That's what it comes down to. It's like now you have this guy who's willing to do everything, and meanwhile her high school friend is like the guy who just went with the flow and you know, just is happy now. And okay, it's so funny because there's so many aspects. It's like I'm trying to find out which one to tackle. So
let's start with the whole checklist.
Okay, so whole checklist thing. Like she finally says, okay, and I don't want this guy. Boom, because now she's confronted with her friend who is finally just gone with the flow and is happy and met somebody. So now she's conflicted. Like, yo, was me? I guess is that right? Yeah, me doing this whole checklist thing. Was it really worth it? Because now this guy is happy. I'm like, I guess I could go that route as well. I don't have to be so uptight about it, right? Then, seeing also build up on that on her friend. Now she has this guy who's in an open relationship with his wife, right? And she's so torn on the inside because she is not used to people, I guess, having that open relationship. She's more so like because they're married, they should be real traditional. They should be one person, one man, one woman, right? Which also goes back to her checklist, where you have this notion of how things are supposed to be before you actually get experienced or confronted with something else that opposes that. You see her battling on the inside because she wants something with this guy. She wants to have sex with the married guy. Yeah, the married guy. She wants to have sex with this guy. She wants something romantically with it, and she's trying to convince herself that that's how it shouldn't be, when she should really just live her life, because it's not like he's lying. It's not like he didn't come up.
So you're suggesting that she have an affair with the married man?
But she's not unfair though.
Huh?
It's not an affair because
they're in an open
relationship,
whatever.
and if that's how they swing, that's how they swing, right? It's really I really want them to build on it, because you see this internal conflict that she's struggling with. I just want to see how it ends up. Like I feel like she's gonna fuck him.
I feel like she probably would, but I feel like that's not a good route to go through, because one, isn't the girl her friend too? Her girl's like that's messy waters.
It's kind of close to home. But here's the thing, right? If you're fully honest with each other and open, there are no lies there. I don't see a reason why that should be an issue.
It's gonna be an issue, as all matters. Like, even if you keep it as open as you want to be, issues will always arise. That's just how it is. Like, one party is gonna get either too attached or whatever the case may be, or initially it was cool, initially it was like, oh, I am having fun, I'm taking the route of doing my thing and stuff, and then emotions start getting involved. That's just how it goes. And then it's gonna be murky waters, because one, the wife is her friend, two, it's just that whole situation is a little.
I want y'all to tweet us though, like definitely let us know what y'all feel about Molly and this internal conflict and this open relationship. Internal conflict
that she shouldn't do it.
Why though? Because like I said, at the end of the day, right? That's why I really do love this show, because every single day, like I see myself in these decisions that every single person on the show is making. Right?
That you've been in that situation before?
No, I mean not her person, but more so in terms.
I was going to ask the guy.
No, I'm talking about with internal conflict.
Okay. Oh.
Are you good? I'm talking about with internal conflict where you have this preconceived notion of how something is supposed to be, right? Then you get confronted with something else that opposes that, but is flourishing, and you don't know how to handle that, because for so long you've thought about how things are supposed to be, but when you now see someone that opposes that and is flourishing maybe just as well, even more, it's like, yo, how do I process? How do I handle this? How do I say, okay, maybe yes, it's not so bad to go in that direction?
I mean, quite frankly, because it's still taboo, and that's really what it is. Obviously, if more people...
Is it taboo? Why is it taboo?
Open marriages are taboo still.
Why is it taboo?
I just asked you a question. I said, isn't it still taboo?
I don't know.
You don't think open marriages are still taboo?
The only reason
if you told somebody that, my boyfriend is actually married, is a whole open relationship, you think they're not giving you all types of side eyes? It's still very much taboo.
They give you a side eye just because
they're married, so it's taboo. There you go. And the discussion.
I don't want to get that. Maybe that could be in the topic for next week, but that's deep. That's long, because at the end of the day, it's based on the norms. We have this. It's normal. Society has made it normal for it to be one man, one woman.
Put your phone down.
My phone's on silent.
No, it's not.
On silent. Go away, Gloria. But society has made it that it has to be one man, one woman, right? Because that's how it's supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
When somebody challenges that...
Do you disagree with that?
I say go for whatever makes you happy. Go for what works for you. Because at the end of the day, what works for you is not going to work for me.
That's right.
If you like what you like what you like. And I can't be... You're not affecting me in any way. If that's what you guys are cool with, cool.
Yeah, somebody has said they have an open marriage. Like, I really would be like, that's interesting, and go the fuck about my business. What they do, I mean, I'll probably be like, oh wow, whatever. But at the end of the day, like, I'm not gonna take it any further than that. Like, I would be like, okay, and going ahead and minding my business because
I feel it though. But I think it's really about that time. Cause I'm trying to go smoke some something.
Why are you so ratchet? Like, you could even give a nice segue. We could even end the discussion with a wrap up, a moral of the day, or story of the day, or something. Just like, okay, like my ass hurts.
My ass hurts. I'm really tired of sitting here, but
I don't know why you're tired of sitting there because you got a lot of ass. There's a lot of cushion.
Wow.
Shut the fuck up.
Wow.
Sit there.
This is very rude.
Anyway, back to what I was saying. To wrap it all up, because Chima just going in there, no nothing. Not even trying to make the shit wet, just going in there dry. All I'm saying is that...
She like it rough.
Wow. So, all I'm saying is that... whatever works for you, works for you. Like, and that's it. But in terms of Molly, I don't think she should go ahead with it because that shit is not going to end well.
I think it will. But we will see next episode. I think she will fuck. And the only thing that will fuck it up is her overthinking it.
Probably.
And that's it. That's the only thing that will fuck it up. Her overthinking it. But I do want to thank Mark and Dark. You definitely should check out their show, Mark and Dark Show,
on the Spaces Network.
Spaces Network. You also want to check out Game of Thrones the God podcast.
It's a goddamn
podcast. That's what it's called. That's with Brandon
and that's Darko too.
And Dark and Brandon.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely a good show. Hopefully they have me on there one day so I can
No, I need to be on there because your little pussy ass talking about, oh my gosh, she's a dragon. Like, get the shit lit. Use all the dragons. Kill all them niggas. Okay?
Wow.
That's how I feel actually.
Angry black woman.
Am I?
But
is that how you uplift your queens?
I don't uplift my queen. I don't know what you are. But definitely check it out and support Mark and Dark Show. Definitely support. It's a goddamn podcast. They're dope.
And you shout out Lydia. So the Biff. Oh podcast,
yeah, the Biff podcast. You definitely want to listen to that. I love the show. I like to support dope shit. And that's a good podcast. It's funny. It's funny as hell. But yeah, follow us on Twitter. Our podcast is what? Ask Both Sides.
Okay, I'm taking over because you're embarrassing me right now. So yes, follow us on Twitter at Ask Both Sides. Also use the hashtag Ask Both Sides. Ask any questions, topics, concerns, anything like that. Our personal Twitter is Noir Goddess with the E, and Chima's is a whole bunch of hieroglyphics. I don't know what.
Wow. My Twitter and Instagram is ONVKWVRV. Got it on the first try. But yeah, follow me there. I do talk a lot more shit on there on Twitter.
So why are you not talking to him?
It's not enough time. And plus, like, Twitter is like boom right there. Tweet. And
save that content for the podcast, idiot. Just giving it away.
Listen, gems. I got gems in my head.
Okay, save them gems.
I got gems.
Write that shit down on a note and save it for the podcast because you cannot be giving it to Twitter.
Only weak niggas do that. I'm a freestyle podcaster. Off the dome. Anyway.
And I'm not. Nigga, shut the fuck up.
Why are you mad, bro? Such an angry black woman. But anyway,
so I'm angry, Chima.
Follow us on Twitter, Ask Both Sides. Use the hashtag Ask Both Sides for discussions on the podcast. And
yes, and let us know what you think about the whole Molly situation.
And everything we did say on here. If you don't like my views, tweet me.
Or to bring another perspective that we haven't touched on because we're kind of pressed for time, we don't delve into certain topics as much as well. So if you want us to focus on certain topics a little deeper, also use the hashtag.
All right, so guys, right before we go, I do want to introduce this new segment to you guys. It's just more so, we're gonna play some music for you guys to each week to kind of show you what some of our favorite tracks are music when it comes maybe Afrobeat or just hip hop in general, whatever
we're listening to,
whatever we listen to for that week that we feel is something you should listen to. For those of you know on Twitter,
Kodak Black.
Oh, I haven't even heard that yet. For those of you that do follow me on Twitter, you do know that I do post a lot of music links. That's pretty much.
Yeah, why you always be posting that Tory Lanez Weekend song?
That's my shit.
I think I see you post that shit every day. Always be in my what you missed, like that's my shit, every day.
You ever listen to a song and you just slow grinding in your head like that's that one person you just dancing with.
Yo, and Chima be whining. Can I tell you a story one time? Yo, if you went to Temple, you know what Free Food Fun Fridays is. And
wait, I was dancing.
Yo, let me tell the story because I was so embarrassed. So Chima was at the Free Food Fun Friday, right? And it was like at the end, like we chilling, we about to go, we at the sack. And I don't know what song came on. It was one of them dropper songs or whatever. Son, Chima dropped it like it was motherfucking hot in the middle of the sack. And like, yo, dropped down. And bro, I think Arnie was there with me. I really looked. Everybody looked at him, and I was like, yo, I'm so embarrassed. Why the fuck is he doing this right now? But, yo, Chima be dancing everywhere. Yeah, like,
if y'all know me, I'm a dancing ass nigga. That's all I do. I enjoy dancing. I enjoy music. I enjoy beats. So I'm always listening to music. So if I do feel like what we're going to do is pretty much, like I said, introduce most of like a 10-second clip of probably the best part of the song. And, if you do fuck with it, what you want to do is just research it and just follow through with it. What this does,
and then hashtag ask both sides and let us know that you was feeling the selections for that week.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, pretty much what we hope to do is just bring you some dope shit weekly. So I do hope you do fuck with it. What I do want to introduce to you guys this week is a song by I believe he's a Ghanaian producer, Magnom. It's by Magnom featuring Joey B. Joey B is definitely one of my favorite Ghanaian artist right now. When
I was going to Ghana, he was definitely standing behind us.
Oh, where?
Like online.
Like he's a dope artist, and this song is called "My Baby" by Magnom. It's really a dope ass song, and I hope you do enjoy it. Again, follow us on Twitter, Ask Both Sides, and use the hashtag Ask Both Sides. Mm-hmm. Thank you, and you have a great week. It's the Both Sides Podcast.
My baby give me vim. Anything I do, she give me vim. I the thank God Almighty.